Pleasure to see you.
Pleasure. Thank you.
Well, I've been covering the past few Resident Evil films.
Oh,
so
amazing.
I think I'm the only one from Taiwan who's been doing that for years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Since 2004.
Amazing.
Yeah, so it's been
Pleasure
to see you again and again, and you look exactly the same.
You're very sweet. You look exactly the same too.
Really? Thank you so much. So we're starting, right? Great. So this is the sixth final, and as I said, it takes 10 years of my life and my career, and so does yours. It's more than 10 years, it's 15 years.
Yes.
It's really hard to say goodbye, right?
It really is. You know, it's been such a huge part of my life, and playing Alice has been such an incredible journey over the last 15 years. You know, for me as an actress, I feel like it's given me the opportunity to just do so many incredible things on screen, and really inspired me in my everyday life to be a stronger person. You know, I've gone through so many crazy experiences in these movies that I feel like in my own everyday life I draw a lot of strength from Alice. You know, besides the fact that in my personal life I met my husband and my two kids.
That's a sweet story.
Through these movies. So.
That's a sweet story out of horror film.
It's true. Right? There's a lot of love in Resident Evil.
Yeah, I know. But why was a decision being made? You almost break the record for Wolverine. Hugh Jackman, he was 17 years Wolverine, and you're 15 years Alice. The latest video game is the Resident Evil 7.
Right.
Why not just continue? Why was a decision being made?
You know, it just felt right. You know, we did 3 movies in 2D, and we have now 3 movies in 3D, and I don't know, I think it's symmetrical.
And you established the role model for the female superhero film. Did you see that coming in the first place?
Well, no. I mean, I think when we made the first Resident Evil, we were all real big fans of the video game.
Right.
And for me, I just saw an opportunity to do something different and, you know, be involved in a film that was being made outside of Hollywood that had really strong women in the lead, which you don't get that much of. And so I just felt like it was a great opportunity for me to continue doing action, which I had been introduced to in The Fifth Element, and I found that I really loved doing it. And so I was looking for something just more action-oriented.
Right.
But of course in Hollywood, people are not really quick to invest in females in these kind of strong parts. So I was really happy to be a part of it. But I say, you know, it's a movie made by fans for the fans. And I'm so happy that these series of films have resonated so well with the fans. And we've done everything incredibly organically. You know, every film we've done because we wanted to make them. It wasn't because a studio asked us. I mean, the studio would have taken these movies regardless, but you know, we wanted to make sure that we were inspired when we were making them. So each movie feels different, and each movie is very special to us. And yeah.
You mentioned that you wanted to make those films which are martial art oriented. Is it because you are a big fan of martial art? You want to learn it by yourself?
Yeah, I am. I've always found that I love feeling like a superhero, and to be able to be a part of movies like this, I get to learn martial arts, different fighting styles, different weapons. I've always had an interest in that.
Did you ever use that in the real life?
No. I mean,
fighting with your husband?
No. I don't use it in my real life. But, you know, I have to be honest, my father kind of raised me a little bit like a boy. Because I was the only child. So we would always do crazy things together. You know, if we went skiing, he would take me to the top of the mountain and be like, okay, go. And we would watch Kung Fu theater on Sunday, and, you know, I grew up watching Bruce Lee, and so for me, I always kind of felt an affinity towards people that could do extraordinary things, and I wanted to be a person that could physically do extraordinary things. I have so much respect for people that have that kind of control over their bodies, and And
that's
you know,
great.
just even in a small way, to be able to portray that as well is a great honor for me.
You also set up a role model for husband and wife who work for Hollywood for, you know, more than 15 years. Is it hard compared to making the Resident Evil? Which one is harder? Working with your husband or making the film?
You know, I think Paul and I are incredibly lucky because, you know, it is very rare for couples to have made as many films together as we have. And I think the reason we do that is because we work really well together. We have a great chemistry on set and off set, but we really enjoy working together. And, you know, he inspires me. I love to see him write. I love to see him in the director's chair. And obviously he's inspired by me as an actress. So I think it's very special what we have. And
if you have a disagreement, who's going to win?
It depends. If we're at home, probably I'll win. And if we're on set, you know, he wins because I don't argue with him on set. You know, I think, and it's very rare, to be honest, that we do have major disagreements. But, you know, my job as an actress is to be open to the director. And just because he's my husband doesn't mean he's not my director as well. And he has a vision, and I want to complete that vision. So I really enjoy being directed. You know, that's something that I take pride in. I mean, that's my job, and I want to make sure for anybody that I work with that they see their vision come through with me. So the last thing I'm going to do is like say, no, this is what I believe, and I want to do it like this. Paul, I think any actor that works with him will tell you how respectful and kind he is. And he gives actors a lot of freedom to do what they want. But, you know, at the same time, if he's not getting what he wants, he'll let you know. And I think it's only respectful to try and do what he wants me to do.
Last question, I would like to know the story that you have your daughter in this movie.
Yes.
That's very sweet. It's almost a family business now.
It really is a family business, and our daughter's been wanting to act since she was 5. And she's been working so hard in her acting classes. And
she's only 10 years old, right?
She's 9.
Wow.
And she was 7.5 when she played this role. And I was so proud as a mother because, you know, the character is challenging for any actress twice her age. You know, she plays a supercomputer, so the dialogue was very complicated. Also, she had to have a British accent. So, you know, as a mom, I really took so much pride watching my little girl be so professional and take her job so seriously and be such a pleasure on set. And, of course, it was unforgettable to be on set with my husband and my daughter at the same time. And I think the fans are really going to love why she's in this. And there's a really big twist in the movie that I think people are going to really enjoy.
Of my story.